Hello and welcome. I am Roy at Ninjazilla90, and today I will be reviewing the Mattel Masters of the Universe Revelation Masterverse King Grayskull figure. And this is a pretty cool one, and I got some things to say about him. So with that said, let's get on with this review. And now, starting things off with the box, because you know we have to talk about really cool boxes on this channel. Well, we have them because, unfortunately, I can't keep them because I don't have the room for the boxes, but I do keep my figures. But anyway, as you can see, I have already taken the figure out of the box. That is obvious. Of course, we have his interchangeable hands in there, and we have the base head that he comes with, because I swapped them out because I prefer the his alternate head that he comes with. But anyway, we have Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is the name of the series that this figure is from. We have King Grayskull, which is the name of the figure. We have the Mattel logo right there. We have that it's from a Netflix original series. We have the Masterverse logo right there, which is the figure line that this figure is from. And of course, we have over 30 points of articulation, a barcode that nobody cares about. The side of the box, we have, it says King Grayskull, heroic ancestor of He-Man. We have ages 6+ right there, so all you 5-year-olds, you're out of luck. The other side of the box, we have a really cool picture of King Grayskull right there, looking really awesome, with the complete sword of power right there. That is really cool. That's one of the reasons why I hate to have to throw out these boxes, but I have no other choice. But anyway, back of the box, we have another really cool picture of King Grayskull right there. Either putting together or pulling apart the both halves of the Sword of Power, which is the light and dark halves of the Sword of Power, kind of like Soul Edge and Soul Calibur, if you ask me. And of course, we have his character bio right there. I'll leave it right there for a hot minute so you can pause that and read it if you choose to. And now, moving right along, we have also available in this way, we have Stinkor, which I do not have yet. We have a Merman, which I have two different variants of the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe Revelation Merman. We have Trapjaw, which I don't have any Trapjaws yet. We have Andrea, don't have her yet. We have Teela, I do have a Teela, but it's the shorter hair Teela. And King Grayskull, which is the figure you are getting inside the box. And Savage He-Man, which I also have, but I have not reviewed yet. And we also have Mattel empowering the next generation through play right there. And the bottom of the box, basically showing you all the interchangeable pieces and everything with the figure. And other than that, yeah, nothing more too interesting, and except for it says it's made in Vietnam. But anyway, that concludes it for the box. Now on to the figure. And now, here we have the Mattel Masters of the Universe Revelation Masterverse King Grayskull right here before us in all of his by the power of Grayskull royal glory. Of course, first things first, as you can see, this is a well-sculpted, well-detailed, highly articulated figure made by the super cool people at Mattel, of course. And yeah, this is the race-swapped King Grayskull from the Revelation series. But really, that doesn't bother me too much. I know in the 2000X series, he's a white guy, and in the Revelation series, they race swapped him for some reason, and they race swapped him back because he's a white guy. He's now white again with the Chronicles figures, but you know what? King Grayskull is King Grayskull, and I still love and appreciate this figure regardless. But anyway, as you can see, he's wearing pretty much a similar attire to He-Man. Well, he's supposed to be He-Man's ancient ancestor anyway. But we have he's wearing sort of like this light tan loincloth, except instead of the typical brown loincloth that He-Man usually wears, and we have that same light tan flocking on the top of the boots as well. And he also has the, I think that's the 2000X He-Man symbol in the middle of the harness there, looking really nice with the red and the gold. And his harness is a silver colorization. We have the same symbol on his shield right there. We have the kind of, I would say maybe like the champion symbol. That's what you would call it, I guess, with the gold around it. And we have this really cool silver trim design going around the shield. Really cool. Really like that. Looks really nice. Of course, his cape is on a wired frame, so we can pose his cape in different positions if we choose to, but I really don't do that too much. And of course, we see he has kind of like these ripped up, tattered patterns at the bottom of the cape, kind of showing that he wore this cape in very many battles, so it's got a lot of wear and tear to it. But anyway, I just think that makes King Grayskull all the more awesome, because yeah, he survived a lot of fights in his day, defending Eternia or Preternia, whatever time period he's from. But anyway, as you can see, he also has some flocking on his cape as well. Now, this is different flocking than the one that comes within the flocking that's on the Vicron. It does have a different, slightly different texture to it, so you can definitely feel it. And of course, we do have the notch in the harness to put at least one half of the Sword of Power in there. So we do have that, and of course, we do have a tag on the cape as well, with instructions on how to wash it. But anyway, I don't think I'm gonna have to be doing that, because I'm not gonna be touching my figures with Cheeto hands or anything. So yeah, that's not advised, to be snacking and grabbing your figures at the same time. So yeah, not wise. But anyway, taking a look at the face, his face looks really nice, well sculpted. Much appreciated. And of course, we have the King Grayskull signature long hair with the braids in the front and a big long braid in the back, which is really nice. You see that better on the extra headpiece that it comes with sort of like this the clenched teeth showing right there. So you can see those big long braids there, and in the back. He also has this really nice gold heirloom in his hair, looking really nice. Very reminiscent to the symbol that he has on his shield and on his chest piece, except it just doesn't have that middle part in it. That middle, I don't know. But well, if you turn it this way, anyway, you see the resemblance. But anyway, we do see he does have sort of like his very bright gold belt, and we do see he's also wearing some bright gold bracers as well on his arms, right there. It's hard to see because I have a shield on, but I'll get that off in a minute. So I'll soon be going over articulation, so let's get to articulation. So let's take his sword out. Let's grab this, and of course, that's the easiest way to get the shields off, or in and out. I'll just pull that hand off, and okay, let go. Alright, got it. So let's put his hand back on. Alrighty. So, yeah. Yeah, now you can see that he's wearing symmetrical bracers. But anyway, going over articulation with this figure. Now, usually Masterverse figures, the head can turn a full 360, so we're usually able to do a full 360 cranium revolvus. But however, King Grayskull with a big long braid in the back, yeah, that's not happening. But still looks cool nonetheless. But anyway, we can look right, we can look left, and up and down like slightly, and that's about it. We do have really good torso articulation, but where I do have to take points off, it's the old peg joint torso connection. That's before they updated it to a ball joint. So yeah, it's kind of hazardous if you attempt to rotate your figures at the top torso. So yeah, don't do that with your earlier Masterverse figures. As you can see how it's resisting. Yeah, the earlier Masterverse figures just aren't made to do that. So yeah, not advised. I already had to replace my 40th anniversary Masterverse He-Man because yeah, I thought that was stuck paint, but it wasn't. But anyway, we can lean back, we can lean forward, and we can rock side to side and lean side to side like so. But we do have a hip articulation, so we can rotate the hip, the waist a full 360, not the hip, my bad. We do have waist articulation there. And also, we do have really good shoulder articulation. These shoulders are on swivel hinges, so we can rotate them all the way around, forward and back. Same is true with the other arm. We can bring them up on a hinge and bring them back down. We also have really good bicep swivels. We have a double joint at the elbow, so you can bend those elbows all the way forward and then all the way back out. We have a swivel hinge in the wrist as well. Swivel those hands and then rock them forward and back with a hinge. Same is true with the other hand as well. And as far as articulation with the lower body portion of the figure, the hips can split out about that much. We can bring them back in about that much. I do apologize for hitting my phone. Sorry about that. It happens. But anyway, we can kick forward about that much and back about that much. Same is true with the other leg, and then back down about that much. We do have hip swivel there, so we do have some thigh rotation. His knees are also on a double joint hinge, so he can bend those knees all the way forward and all the way back again. We have a swivel at the boot on both legs, so we can swivel those boots all the way around. We have a hinge at the ankles, so we can point them forward and back. We can also rotate his feet all the way around a full 360 on a peg joint, and yeah, that's about it for articulation with this figure. I said a mouthful, but anyway, it's pretty much your typical basic articulation you get with most Masterverse figures. But anyway, moving right along to accessories with this figure, you get, of course, interchangeable head. He does come basic out of the box with this head, but I prefer this head, so I rather this one. But if you want to see what he looks like with this head, I'll go ahead and put it on for you. And also, when you do swap out his heads, make sure his braid in the back stays above the flocking on escape, because it does like to slip inside the flocking and go in the sword notch, and get stuck there. So do pay attention to where you're putting that back braid. But anyway, there he is with the interchangeable head. Although, like I said, I do prefer him with this one. So very easy to swap in and out. And like I said, do be careful because you can easily put that braid in the right there where you don't want it. So you want it right there resting on top of that flocking. So you got it right there where it should be. And of course the flocking is adjustable. It is removable as well, but I'm just not going to do that. But anyway, and of course he does come with both halves of the Sword of Power. You have the light half and the dark half, which you can wield them both. And of course you could put any half of the Sword of Power in the notch as well, so you can carry any one in the back that you want. But anyway, if you want to, you could have him wielding both swords. So put them both in his hand. So we have the light half and the dark half. So although this one is a little bit more difficult to get in the hand because of the unique design of the handle. It's very bumpy and thick, but you can get it. It's doable. You just gotta work it in there. As you can see, I got it. But anyway, got both the halves of the Sword of Power in his hands, so looking really nice, really awesome. So he can dual wield if he wants to. So he can go all that cool stuff, and yeah. So we can take that out, and just to bring them forward, show you guys how both halves are uniquely designed. You can see that there is some major differences with the handles and the guards on both halves. They do look strikingly similar, but yet different. Really cool. And also, if you look at the tip of the blades, you can see the dark half has the end of the blade right at the tip is a little thicker than the light half of the Sword of Power. And also we see this curved dip at the top of the sword as well, where we don't see that on the light half. It's more like straightforward. But anyway, we do also have interchangeable hands. We have this open palm hand here and this closed fist hand, which I will hardly ever use because he has gripping hands, and even if I'm doing like closed fist punches and stuff, yeah, the gripping hands are good enough for that. But anyway, if we want to use that closed fist hand and make it easier to put a shield on, to take a shield on and off, you can. So you have that gripping hand, so you can put his shield on like so. So you can just easily slip it on and off if you want to, and we could throw a shield like Captain America, so we could pretend he's Captain America if we want to. So there's that. But anyway, I do prefer him with symmetrical hands, so that's why I usually do this. And this is the easy trick to applying the shield with the gripping hands. So for those of you that still don't know the trick to getting the shield on with the gripping hands, this is how you do it. You take the gripping hand off first. You see this small the handle on the shield, the strap handle. You put the hand on the strap handle like so, and then all you do is just slip the shield on the arm and just snap the hand right in place. Easy peasy. Just as simple as that. And then I could just put his sword back in, and then grab the other sword, the light half, and there you have it. So far so good. My thoughts on this figure is fairly positive. I think this is a really cool one to pick up and add to your Masterverse collection, although he's a little bit harder to come by because he was a Target exclusive. But if you could find him on eBay, he's usually not that expensive. Well, this one anyway. I got mine from an eBay seller. I think I paid like around 20-25 bucks. Not a whole lot, but he's well recommended if you can get him, especially like I said, for a decent price. If I have to give this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give him a drum roll, please. And when it comes to detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give this figure a fair but square, well-earned, well-deserved, not quite perfect, but still highly recommended and good 9 out of 10. Why? I think articulation is really good. Detail is definitely top-notch. My only complaint, my only pet peeve is that peg joint in the top torso, which ended up being a design flaw with early Masterverse figures, which I am glad Mattel updated that. Because, yeah, I got into the Masterverse line very late. And I really didn't know about that issue because I'm just so familiar with other figure lines, and I kind of just compared it to that. But anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, like I said, well-recommended figure. He's definitely a top favorite in my Masterverse collection. Glad I got him. May or may not get into the Chronicles line. I'm still debating on that yet right now. But I have seen a few people's reviews on the Chronicles figures, and that King Grayskull does look very enticing, as well as the Scareglow. But anyway, guys, that pretty much concludes it for this review. As always, thank you guys all so much for watching. Your viewership is much appreciated. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And to wrap it all up, stay safe, take care, God bless, stay positive, stay powered up, and peace out.